guys, so today I'm going to be doing a first impression on the Maybelline Fit Me range, and it's the Matte and Poreless one. And I have tried the powder, but I have not tried the foundation, so I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm not going to give away my feelings about it yet, but so first thing off with the powder. I like the packaging. I like that you can see the product, which you don't really need to when you have a powder because it's just one powder, especially this one because it's a translucent powder. Don't really use it for many things, but you open it up and you also have a mirror on the bottom, and I really like that design. A lot of the drugstore powders are doing that, and I absolutely appreciate it. Usually has a sponge at the bottom, but I will tell you about that in the video. And yeah, I do think it's a little clunky because it is this big square box. There's no reason for that much because the little sponge is not that big, so I feel like that was wasted product. But I do like the overall concept of the packaging, and this promises for natural poreless looking finish, up to 12-hour wear, and long lasting shine control. So we'll see how that works. And then this little guy, I'm pretty sure they have maybe 10, I'll leave the correct number right here, how many shades they have out there. This claims that it mattifies and refines pores, matches natural skin tone, and a natural seamless finish. So we'll see about that as well. I'm not so big on the packaging of this either. It's a little clunky. The square shape is weird, and there's no pump, or it's just a lot of bacteria getting in there, and it's quite obnoxious. And another thing, which it sounds so petty, that whenever you put the cap back on, it doesn't always come at the front. If you want it to come at the front, which you might think I'm freaking nuts, you have to put the logo on the back and twist it, and it'll pop up in the front. Now, if you're as nitpicky as me, then you're welcome. And if you think that's petty, I'm sorry, but that's just a personal thing that drives me crazy. But anyways, these products are for normal to oily skin. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and see how it is in a first impression. So you can see that it did make a huge difference. It evened out my skin tone. The redness around my nose is gone. The acne on my forehead is more subtle, and it's not all red. So let's go ahead and do the other side. And I think the color's pretty, it's a little bit darker, but that's okay. We can blend it down the neck and no one will ever know. Okay, see, my acne is still out to play. So this is really good foundation that I see so far as like an everyday or a weekend type product. I'm going to go ahead and try to put a little bit more on those areas so you can see if it doubles up. So I did cover a little bit better. This one you'll see a little bit more. Okay, so it did cover up better. So it is buildable. So that's really good and exciting. It is a little shiny, I've noticed. What? What? Come on, say hey. Come here. You guys say hey to everybody, huh? Oh, you guys can't even see him because he's... Oh, there he is. What's the matter? What's the matter? I know it. I know it. I'm almost done. So it is a little dewy, which I kind of like because my skin has been suffering from the eczema, which is pretty much gone, but I still want to have some moisture on my skin. But I am going to put a little bit down my neck since it is darker. Okay, so I'm going to conceal my under eye bags. I'm not going to conceal my acne because I want to see how long this product is going to stay. And I do notice already that my pores do look smaller, and which is really nice and very pleasant. Anyways, I'll be right back. So I went ahead and put on my entire face of makeup, and I already put on the powder, which I didn't even think about it. I just used this big fluffy brush and rolled it onto my T-zone, and I absolutely love this powder. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It works well with this foundation. It works well with all my other foundations that I like to use, and just blotting throughout the day. I used this when I had eczema, kind of just on the base of my eyelid because I had eczema on the top of my brow bone, and I had some like on the side of my face. So using this little pad to press it in certain areas was great. However, it did put a, like, that's the color that was like on my face. So I wouldn't recommend using a lot of this and putting it on there. I recommend just barely dusting it on a soft brush and patting it on your face or rolling it on your face. And I really love this powder. This is probably my favorite powder so far. And yeah, so highly recommend this already. So I can just go ahead and tell you after a few months of using this, I love it. Because these two things have been sitting on my vanity for a long time. But anywho, I like how it looks. It looks natural and beautiful. And I feel like it's going to last a long time. I like it a lot better with the powder on it because it was a little shiny around my nose area. But guys, I will check back in a few hours and yeah. Okay, so up close and personal again. So I do feel like it's holding up pretty well. My acne's, I want to say pretty much the same, but I am getting really oily in my forehead. So I'm going to take some more powder and just dust it on there. And I feel like it didn't mattify it too much. It doesn't look cakey at all, which I like. Which that's one thing I have done with this product is I touched up with it, but I haven't really like looked at it that much. So other than getting a little bit shiny throughout the day, I feel like it's holding up pretty well. My blush is still there. It actually looks like it's slid down my face a little bit, but that is okay. Other than that, I like it. I like it so far. So I will be back at the end of the day. Alright guys, so it's the end of the night. It's 9 o'clock. I actually have a Django in my lap, which you cannot see. Oh, there you go. There he is. And today has been a very long day, even though I put it on at 12. And I feel like it did well. I am shiny, and you can see my acne, but it didn't cake up. I do feel like it oxidized a little bit on my face. Let's see. Okay, as you see, these pimples are already out to play. These are kind of lightened, but I feel like my blush like fell off of my cheeks because it was up here, now it's down here. You drama queen! He's laying on the ground just looking at me backwards, but yeah, so it held up. I mean, there's no more product on my here, on my nose. I have done this to my nose quite a bit today. I have not touched my chin though, and I haven't touched these where the makeup will come off. And I am pretty shiny, but I think it held up pretty well throughout the day, and I am very happy with it. So I will keep using it, and pretty much daily. So I did blend it down my neck, but it looks darker, unless that's where since my blush came down, my bronzer could have come down too. So I do recommend this product if you do have more combination skin versus oily. I do have combo oily, but I have been struggling with getting some moisture on my face. But it is really nice. It does not completely wipe away pores, so don't think when you see Matte and Poreless that it's actually going to do that. It's not very mattifying, and it's not a poreless product, but it did mask them a little bit, and did pretty well without a primer. It's not as oily as it could be. That I have, my nose looks really red on camera, that's funny, but yeah, so super oily people, stay away from this. Super dry people, or dry skin to combo skin, I say this would be really good for you. Of the 3 facts that it said on the back, I would say mattifies and refines pores, matches natural tone, yeah, whoa, natural seamless finish, yes, but I do feel like it darkened a little bit throughout the day. This powder, amazing, glorious. It doesn't over mattify your skin, it doesn't dry you out, it doesn't look cakey when you put it on. It's really nice, but you do want to use a light hand. You don't want to pile the product on, because like you can use a good bit on the brush and pat it on and it'll be fine, but if you use the sponge with it, it's going to put too much product on there and it's going to be too white, unless you have really pale skin, which I have pretty pale skin. So yeah, but again, this is in translucent and this is in classic ivory. And guys, let me know what you think if you have tried this product out and what you think of the products. I'm 100% obsessed with this, 90% love this. So those are my ratings, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next first impression. Bye. Guys, so today I'm 26 weeks pregnant, and I just am really excited that I'm finally getting the weeks are going by so much faster, which is bittersweet because I'm glad to